Hello. How is everybody today? According to when this gets posted, it's Saturday night. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. I think we're supposed to be getting some rain, so hopefully you can stay out of the rain and maybe craft and make some cards. So, my name is Jean Ducrow, and am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live in McFarland, Wisconsin, and my group is called Card Creating with Jean. So welcome. I am off having some fun this weekend, so I thought I would record a video for you to watch, and I will show you how to make a card using our new branching out bundle. Such a pretty bundle, and the sentiments on here can be used for other than Christmas, actually. There's birthday, happiest birthday wishes, friend, hello, thinking of you brings joy to my heart, wishing you a day filled with many happy moments, and to a very special someone. So it wouldn't necessarily have to be used uh, for Christmas. And then this set actually comes with some beautiful dies, and I've got two of them out that we're going to use, the one here and the very largest one. So they're all graduated in size, which is great. So we're going to make one quick card here, and I have three others examples that I can show you once we get done. So I'm going to turn the camera down so we can get started. I know this is going to be a little different than what you're used to seeing me create with, but this is just the way it's going to have to be because I don't have any other way of doing this. Let me see if I can get this to move over just slightly. You're seeing my little jug of tea that I bring down so I don't have to keep running upstairs. Okay, so we are going to start with using cherry cobbler for the base. It's 8.5 by 5.5. I've scored it at 4.25. So this is going to be a standard card. We'll take and we will get that good. The little piece here, the little piece here that I'm going to have that's going to go inside is 3 inches by 4.25, and that's what's going to have our inside sentiment on it. I'm going to actually set that aside. And then we are going to put some layers on this card. And I've got a piece of white cardstock that's 1/8 of an inch smaller than the card base. So it is 4.25 or 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Sorry about that. I might as well just go ahead and put that right on. And that'll give us a nice little edge around. And this card has a number of layers on it. The next layer is some of this beautiful velvet paper. I've almost forgot that I had it and thought, oh, I should be using this. So it's paper on one side, but like a velveteen on the other. And this is, I think, 4 by 5.25. So that'll give us another little tiny edge going around. I'm going to go ahead and glue that on. So we have a nice little white edge. Bring it down just a smidge. There we go. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. Then I took some of the, I can never remember the names of these DSP Elegant Pine Snowflakes. And I've got one that I cut out using the largest die from this set. And we are going to mount that on here as well. I think I'm going to hold off on doing that quite yet. So that's going to go on here. And then we've got our smallest piece, which is right here. And that is using the die that is, let me just grab the paste again and show you. It's the middle, third in from the smallest, or third out from the smallest, excuse me. And we are going to stamp on this using the stamps from the set. So I've got one branch here, and we are going to use Early Espresso for that. And we are going to stamp it down from the upper corner and sort of bring it across. Like so. There we go. And I see I had a little tiny bit of ink on my thumb. I'm always good at doing that. Okay, and now we're going to add some of the little evergreen puffs, whatever you want to call them. And when I stamp down, I'm going to stamp down just on these ends here. And I'm going to stamp once, full strength, and then I'm going to turn the dot or the stamp just slightly and stamp it again without re-inking. You'll see here. So 1, 2. So it gives just a slight shadow on there. I'm going to do that on all of them. I like the way it fills it out just a little bit more. And then we've got the 2 up at top here. There we go. So that's it for that one. Let's see, and I don't know. We're going to add our pine cones on here now. And that's just a little tiny die. And I'm going to go back to using the Early Espresso. I'll try not to get my fingers in it like I did this last time. Because the pine cones are going to be the same color as what the bark is on a tree. So we're going to try to line it up with the little nubs that come out the side of the little branch here that we've stamped on. And if we happen to miss, we can always fill it in with a little bit of a blend. There we go. And I think we might just, we're going to halt at that right now. We might go back and add another couple. But I wanted to get our sentiment on here as well. And we're going to put our stamp our sentiment directly on here. And I'm going to do it in Cherry Cobbler. And we are going to stamp from our family to yours. And it fits in here so nicely. Right on the front. Okay. So if you want to add a little red around the edge, we could take some Cherry Cobbler and just put just a little bit on the edge of this paper going around just to give it a little bit of an accent. I say I didn't even have to add any ink to this. There's just enough on there. I always have one brush for each color of ink, so I don't have to go and try to clean them off each time in between. But that gives it just a little bit of red there. Okay, so I'm ready to go ahead and add this on, I think. And we're going to be adding some Winkostella to the front, but we'll do that after we get this glued together. I liked how the shaded spruce is the color of the little sprigs here that we put on. I like how it matched with the DSP that we're using here really nicely. All right, so we are ready to put this on. And I think you could probably use either your stamp and seal if you wanted to. I'm going to actually use the mono glue. Try to get this centered as best as we can. There we have it. Okay, let's add a little Wink of Stella and then we'll do the inside and finish with some embellishments. Now I'm just going to put some Wink of Stella at the ends of these little evergreen puffs. For lack of a better word, they look like a little puff. So it looks like there's a little bit of frost or a little bit of snow on them. I just think it adds a nice little sparkle to the card. And then we are going to go ahead and do the pine cones as well. And don't be afraid to put two do it twice if you need to, if it doesn't look like it's got enough sparkle on it. Okay, so here's what we have so far. I think this is turning out quite pretty. And let's go to the inside. And we are going to stamp Merry Christmas. And I grabbed this stamp from, I gotta see which one I did. It's the all-in-one. I might grab it from here, the traditional labels. No, I didn't. Well, I can't tell you which one I got it from. It's one of the red rubber stamp sets. I'm sure that, okay, I'm going to have to look that one up and add it on. And I like this one because if you try to center it so that it's lined up with, like for the Mary, it's still going to kind of go on a curve. So I guess just don't fight it. Just go ahead and stamp it. And I am just going to bring it kind of down like so. And I'm going to flip it over and we're going to add just a little bit of color here. We're going to put a couple more of them evergreen puffs at the top. Just like the little bit of green that it gives it. Like so. And if you feel inclined, you could probably draw a stem coming off. And I'm just kind of going back and forth and getting smaller and smaller for the little branch there. I think that looks pretty good. Now I'll add this inside. Go ahead and sorry, I know I was off camera, but I'm just applying glue. And there we have it. Well, you can take a look at it with the Wink of Stella on there. And then I grabbed some of the faceted snowflakes because I think that would add a really pretty accent on here. Let's see. I need my take your pick tool. And I'm not seeing it here. Oh, there it is. All right. Let's see. What color should we use? Should we use the red? Let's add a little more red to this. We'll go up here, down here, and one of the bigger ones. I'm going to put it down here so it covers up my, oops. Oops. Oh, you know what? It came off without the sticky. Let's try that again. There. Oops, no more. It's out of the way so I can show you the other cards. There we go. Isn't that a pretty card? And it takes hardly anything at all to do. Couple die cuts and some stamping and you're good to go. And you can even make this simpler. Let me show you the other cards that I have. Here, bring this back, get rid of this. This is the first one that I made. And after thinking about it, I thought, oh, I should have done it in the darker color so that it was all the same. That's when I suddenly realized, well, the bark on the tree is going to be the same color as the pine cone. This is using the larger stamp. You get two branch stamps in the set. And this one works well with, there's a stamp in there that has these dots on it. And it works well for putting the berries on the branches. So there's one. And then I saw a video by Corinne that she showed doing a set of this. I think it was the set using the cloud cover, and I thought it was stunning. So I made two of them. This is one just using the cloud cover and the Secret Sea, which I thought turned out really quite well. And I did an oops. I forgot to stamp the from our family to yours in the corner here, and I already had it popped up on the card, so I couldn't do it, so I had to put it on a separate one. And this is one that I used the dies that come with the set. I thought I would try that. And this one I just colored my white cardstock first with a blending brush and then cut it out so that I got that effect on there. And this DSP is from the Peaceful Gardens DSP, this one. It has the set comes with the dot, has nice sentiments, and it has a couple of the dove die cuts that you can cut out with it. I liked that star background on that one. So these two and these two. So when we get together next Tuesday, these will be our drawings. So we'll have two drawings that night, and we'll take it from there. So anyway, thank you all for joining me tonight, and I hope you have the rest of your weekend goes well and you stay dry. So thank you very much. Good night.